Hello, everybody. Let me know if you are here live. Let me know if you're here live. If you're here, comment. Let me know you are here. Tell me where you are watching from. Tell me where you are watching from. How are you, Victor? Please tell me where you're watching from. How are you guys doing? Oh, New Zealand. Uh, is this Philippa or Philip Ame? The person in New Zealand, are you male or female? And I need to connect with you because we want to come to New Zealand. So I don't know if are you Philip or Philippa or which one are you? The person in New Zealand. And please find a way to send me a message either on Instagram or somewhere. Okay, Philippa. So that's what I wanted to confirm. Or is Philip your last name? Is it Philip? Philippa. Good. Please, Philippa, we have to connect to find a way to send me a message. I don't know how we'll do it. If you're on Instagram, send me a message or something, a DM, so that I can get your number. I want to come to New Zealand. Yes, Lekki, I see you. Nigeria, I see you. North Carolina, Angela, how are you doing? Ebony, yes. Zimbabwe, the Forex prodigy. How you guys doing, Jerry? I just want to do some Q&A, and if there are guys here and they have questions about women, I can answer it. I don't know if men don't come for some of these things sometimes. So. And they're the ones that will now enter trouble and now be grumbling that marriage is hard. It's not hard now. You're not learning. Michael, you're in Houston. We're in Houston now. Why haven't we met up? Michael, send me a DM as well so that I can let you know what's happening. Yeah, Marie from Ottawa. Marie, were you in our last event in Ottawa? Rhode Island, Providence. Is it Province you want to write or Providence? Rhode Island, is that New Yorkish? So how are you guys, Sha? How's everybody? How's everybody? Hope everybody's fine. What's up? For those just joining, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know where you're watching from. Yes, I'm in New York. That's why I said so. That's the same Rhode Island I was thinking. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Well done. If you're just joining, let me know where you're watching from. Francis from Abulegba. I've not been to some of those places in a long time. Abulegba. Watching from Taraba. Oh, Lexon. How you doing, Alex? You've not checked up on me in a while. Hope you're good. Hope you're doing well. Joseph, where are you watching from now? Sean Joseph. Tell me your location. Oh. Okay, there's another Michael from Lagos. Everybody tell me your location if you're just joining the live. Okay, somebody's saying you missed your last event. Health and Victor from Mozambique. This earth is so big. So I just wanted to gist with you guys a bit, do some Q&A as well, talk a bit about women. One of the biggest shocks for me when I got married was Faith, my 2K. That means you're near our church. You know, one of our own biggest shocks when I got married was knowing that men and women are different. Nobody, people mentioned it, but I never, I don't think it ever really hit. Chichi Jesus, how are you? Where are you watching from? Please tell me your location if you're just joining. Let me know where you're watching from. So yeah, people I've had a few messages here and there on the surface, but someone watching from UAE. How are you guys doing? Hope uh, things are okay there. Jennifer from UAE. And Jennifer, you part of our Dubai team because we were planning to come to Dubai before. Well, we have a team, so somebody said my sound is low. Okay, how can my sound be low now? Please, other people, can you hear me well? Is my sound really low? So I don't know why it shouldn't be low. So I forgot what I was saying now. So Barbados, I'm supposed to come to Barbados, so Jethro. I'm supposed to come to Barbados. Some people send me DM or all these countries, other places. So so yeah, people had mentioned it a bit on the surface, the difference in men and women. But when I got married, you know, I was now faced with the reality of how different men and women are. Very different. And you can't succeed in marriage without that information. You can't succeed in marriage without that information. If you go into relationship or marriage with the idea you already have, you will struggle. You will struggle. You need to understand and appreciate how different men and women are. Very different. Very different. And it affects every single thing. Not knowing that, so it was a big shocker for me, when I just got married. So I had to start learning. So, in fact, it's part of the reasons why that area of study and teaching is one of my favorite and major areas of study and preaching. Once you can get a hang of the differences between men and women and how they work, you would, get a lot of success in marriage. All right. You know, so everybody should learn that. And I've taught many times the differences between men and women. You will see it even right from creation. You will see it right from creation. The 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 everything about the man and the woman is very, very different. Everything about the man and the woman is very different from creation. The materials that God used to make them, the man was made from dust directly, the woman was made from the rib. So the material is different. Even the process of making, the words made for man when God made man, it's a different word from when God made woman, from the word made. The word for God made man is like when you are playing with sand and clay and mold. It's just putting together. One for woman is like a skillful artisan when you're building something. That's why I jokingly say that's why women always have shape, and men are generally shapeless. Men don't have one agreed shape. Or different men have different kind of shape and sizes. But women generally have shape because they were actually carved. They were actually, deliberately worked on. So the differences just goes on and on. You will see it. The men are visual, women are audio. I don't know what the word is, but audio. The first thing a man saw was a naked woman. The first thing a woman heard were nice words. All right, so she's always still moved by what she hears. The man is always still moved by what he sees. All right, we established that men came from dust And please say audible. It's not audible. Audible means to hear. There's a word I'm looking for. I can't remember it now. So men came from dust, women came from the rib. So men are generally rugged, women are generally refined. Refined. So men are rugged, women are refined. So generally, a woman is going to be neater than a man. All things being equal, okay? Of course, all these things will have little exceptions here and there, so that's not a problem. But in the general sense, men are rugged. So they can live in a place that is scattered. They can they can survive. They are not bothered. They can wear one boxer for 5 days, and still be smelling it to see if they should wear it one more day. But women, they change. In fact, more than once a day, they change. What they wear in the morning, they don't wear in the evening. They are very refined. Women are generally neater, all things being equal. All right, in terms of hygiene and all that, generally neater. But men are rugged by nature. We came from dust, so death is our natural habitat. That's where we came from. If you see Genesis, you will see that the man is generally work oriented. The first thing God gave the man was work. That's the first thing God gave the man was work. And we don't know how many years he was alone working before God brought the woman. All right, but the first thing God gave the woman was a relationship, was marriage. So men are generally work oriented, women are generally family oriented. So all these small things, they might appear small, but they matter when you are dealing with the opposite sex. Knowing those things matter when you're dealing with the opposite sex. All right. So a woman is generally going to be more refined. You can't push her or rush her or put her in certain circumstances that a man will gladly or easily survive in. She will just need a different place or a better place. So things like that. Men love their work. They get their esteem from work. All right. So if a man's work is not going well, it affects his marriage. If a woman's marriage is not going well, it affects her work. She's more from, and even when God was going to share with them the impact of their sin, what God mentioned to each of them was the areas that He knows will is particular to them. So for the man, He told the man, now that you've been kicked out of the garden, you will now sweat before you can make money. Your work will become more difficult, become stressful. Something that used to be joy before will now be stress, which is work. Same thing with woman. He said something that also was joy for you, like childbirth and having children, will now be stress for you. All right. So, so that's why we're seeing more and more women today that don't want to have children. They're running from it. It's a product of a curse. It's not normal. So there are so many other differences, and unfortunately, we live in a world where people are constantly trying to make it look like, oh, men and women are the same. They're constantly, they are always trying to argue. That argument is baseless. There's nothing about us that is the same. Even our brain, the way our brain works, the side of the brain we use, is different. Everything, and it's just because we're as human nature, we're rebellious against God. All right, human nature is rebellious. Natural man is rebellious against God. So if you're sensitive to the Spirit of God, you will know that God intentionally made men and women different so that they come together. Our attraction is in our difference, not in our similarity. If we are too similar, then we have no attraction for each other. Our attraction is in our difference. All right. So men have a better vision on a straight line because a man is created for vision and focus. So he sees straight line, sharp vision straight. A woman, on the other hand, is wired for details, So she sees better from the side of her eyes. She sees better from this. In fact, there was a study that says most female accidents is from up front, and most male accidents from the side. But men see better on a straight line. Women can be facing one direction and they see from their side. So most men don't know that women can see from the side of their eyes. Most women don't know that we can't see from the side of our eyes. So every time a woman is trying to gossip with a man and she's saying, don't look, don't look, see that couple on the right. A man cannot see. He has to turn his whole face, all right, to see that what is going on. So I usually know when a couple is gossiping about me or talking about me. The woman keeps a straight face, but once they involve the man, he has to turn because he can't see from the corner of his eyes. So every time I'm in a public place like a Walmart or something and a couple enters and they're African, I usually know that most times there's a high chance they know me. So the woman is like, oh, there's that guy, I can see her face changing, but she's not looking. Then she asks the man or involves the man, the man will turn and look very well, and I want to wave to him. So men see better on a straight line, women see better by the eyes. And it's also part of the things, again, we're busy fighting instead of cooperating and collaborating. The day we understand that those differences strengthen us. So there are times the family needs straight vision. There are times the family needs somebody that can see details. And it's in the coming together, we now both bring our areas of strength. Of course, there might be exceptions once in a while, but the larger scale of it is these things we are sharing. It's generally why women are generally better domestically than men. Again, there's a large army of people trying to go counter. Charles, why are you saying it's low now? Everybody says okay. There's a large army of people trying their best to prove that we are the same. This. No, we can never be. Women are more emotional. It's the part of the brain and that they use to make decisions. A man is more logical, a different part of the brain altogether that men usually use. It doesn't mean men do not have emotions, and it doesn't mean women do not have logic, no. It just means largely a woman is likely to be affected by her emotional side. All right, and again, all these things are scientifically proven. They've taken pictures of a man's brain and a woman's brain, and they found out for a woman's brain, emotions is almost everywhere. So it's very easy for her to get emotional. A man's brain, they found out that emotion is just 2 small spots, very small. So he generally has to, he generally has to be more conscious of being emotional, because one of the major complaints that women have is that men are not emotionally available. Why everybody saying my voice is low? Some people say it's not low. So is there something that I need to know? My team, is there a reason why my voice is low? Please check from your end, Gideon Uncle. If there's something from our end that we need to do. Does this device have under volume from the one I've pressed? So Gideon, everybody's saying this thing is low. What's the problem? Okay. All the people saying my voice is low. What device? I think it's YouTube. Gideon, check on YouTube. I think everybody's saying it is on YouTube. So there might be something on YouTube that is causing it. All right. So that's why. My voice isn't low. Okay. Okay. All right. So you guys increase your volume, use earphones, do something, because people are saying it's good. So so a woman will generally use her emotional side, somebody says low both here and on Instagram. Okay, Gideon, sort it out now. Please use your highest volume Somebody said on Facebook is low. What's the problem now? Yeah. So do I have to be screaming? It is audible but not high. Hey, I can't be shouting for a long sermon. Okay, so like I said, so women are generally more emotional, men are generally more logical. All right, it doesn't mean anyone is bad or good. We did both. That is why there are certain situations. You see, a woman is wired for her function. A man is also wired for his function. It's just simple. So a woman's function involves a lot of empathy and care. She has to be emotional. A man, on the other hand, in fact, the complaint, like I said, most young women, most young marriages, wives have, is that their husband is emotionally unavailable. Because he doesn't realize that now that he's married, he has to be consciously emotional now. He has to be in touch with his emotional side. I was like that when I first got married. Logical. I grew up, like I always say, I grew up with four brothers. We're five in all. We all went to military school, and the only woman in my house, my mother, who was in the army. So all of us are like men. So we just say the facts without caring about anybody's feelings. When I got married, I continued that pattern. My wife was crying because women can cry for every reason. There's no any reason women can just cry. It's not that they are better than us. It's how they are wired. All right, it's just how they are wired. It's not that they are better than us, but they just flow that way. So we need both. We need both because some women hate to hear that they are emotional. As if it's a negative thing. Again, it's just a mindset. We need you to be emotional. Your role and job involves that. Of course, there are some women that are not emotional. But the ideal thing is that your job involves a lot of empathy, a lot of care, and because you're usually the first, caregiver for children and all that, you need that part of you. All right. So the way a woman is wired, there are certain tasks she does better than a man naturally. Again, I know there are exceptions, but largely, if you look at how she's wired, her function, her body is softer than that of a man. So she does better when she's carrying a baby in terms of the baby can rest and sleep on her easily. She's generally good at short-term tasks. That means she can do many tasks short-term. She can do this one for 2 minutes, do that one for 3 minutes. A man generally needs long time to focus and to think before he picks up momentum. So if a man and a woman are together in an office or in a room, a woman can be talking to him and doing other things but to a man, that is distraction. That is distraction. He needs long periods of time. Now, if both of them don't know this, they will keep upsetting each other. They won't like the communication style. All right, a woman can also multitask. All right, apart from it being short term, she can also do different things at the same time. A man's core function is wired for vision and focus, so he can't jump issues. So I was saying that it's part of why women are generally better domestically for many reasons. Number one, they are great with details. A woman can, good with details. Also good with remembrance. Memory, a woman's memory is way more. That's why women can remember what you did in 1982. A man's memory, they found out, is so small, he can only process the present. So if you're ever arguing with a man, if you see a man and a woman arguing, a man's favorite words in the argument is let's move on. He's not saying it because he wants peace. He's saying it because he can't even remember all the information about this fight. He can't remember. His memory is so small. But the woman's own is unlimited. So what happened in 1982, she can remember as if it's today. So she doesn't mind. And not only that she can remember, the way her brain is wired, her brain rotates all the time. A woman's brain never stops. Unlike a man's own, a man can blank, a woman cannot blank. Again, it's why women always ask men, "What are you thinking about?" And the man said nothing. She said, "No, you can't just be. Is there something?" And the man said, "No, I'm thinking about to tell you. I'm thinking about." So, as her brain rotates and goes round and round and round, so things that happened before for no reason will just rotate and come to the front again. As it has happened before, she's not even angry, but the things all rotate in her brain. They just rotate. They are constantly. The way the sun is it the sun that rotates around the earth or the earth rotates around the sun on the orbit? That's how her brain is rotating. So all the bad things that have ever happened, for some reason, they just appear, and she can start crying today for what happened 16 years ago. And you see, I thought we have apologized. I thought it's not about you. The thing just came from nowhere. She would just have that feeling, the feelings she had that time. She would just have it all over again. So I usually tell men when things like that happen, don't try to tell her, you want to move on. Don't do that. It won't help. What you need to do is to ride with her in that season. Let her experience the feelings. Let her talk about it and move forward. But if you try to tell her, let's move forward, she will say, that means you're not even ready. It will make it worse, not better. So she's very good with domestic stuff because she can remember. Men can't even remember where the salt is. Again, there is a temperament of men that know how to be domestic well. Just one out of the 4 temperaments, only one is very good. So you see men like that, they can cook as well as women, they can be domestic as well as women. They are neater than women. It's just one personality. I don't want to mention the personality, but if you know Dochi, if you know the guy that works with us, Dochi, that does PM's makeup and all that, Dochi does makeup, does hair, can cook more than most women I've seen. He can sew. So he literally has a lot of skills that are generally women's skills. He has them because of his personality. So a few men of a particular personality type, you see them, they cook better than women. But you notice one thing you notice about those men is that they also don't like things like football. They don't like some money things like that normal men like. They just say why you're chasing ball about. They rather go and do something with their their creative side. So most men can't remember where the salt is. Can't remember where the bottle, where the glass. Even this kitchen now, if I want to find glass to serve somebody water, I have to call where because I can't remember last day I saw it. That's how man's memory is small. So women are more proficient in the kitchen. They know where everything is. They can remember this whole kitchen. They can remember where everything kept salt. They know everything. I've shared the story. One of my good friends went to visit him on the island those days in Lekki, and he was home alone. So he said, "Oh, thank you for coming, everything. So let me give you guys some drink." We said, "No, we're okay. We just wanted to say hi." He insisted, "No, I must give you a drink." We tried to discourage him because he was home alone. He said, "No, I must serve you something." We said, "Okay, just give us a drink. We're okay." So we saw him, he passed like this first. We're waiting. Oh, after a while, he passed like this. After a while, he passed like this. After a while, we now say, "What's the problem now?" He said, "He can't find where the glasses in the house are to serve us drinks." We said, "Who told you? Come and sit down. Come and sit down. You say you want to give us drink. We come and sit down." Men can't remember most times those things. All right. So a woman is good with little things, good with her hands, good with remembering things. She can coordinate easily. Also, those things just generally make her better, with domestic work. Okay, just makes her better with domestic work. Multitasking. Things like cooking involve multitasking. You can't, as you are boiling meat, you are cutting vegetable, you are doing. Women don't even know they are doing it. Most women don't even know they are multitasking. That's why they don't even know because it's so natural. Most men, I've seen men. In fact, when a man finish in your kitchen, I'm not talking about this. But there's a particular temperament of men that can cook very well. They can sew. They can do some kind of women things. Well, they can do makeup. If they do your hair, if you go fear, But for the average other remaining of us guys, if a man finishes your kitchen, you will drive him. Say, just be going in short because you have now scattered the kitchen more than where he opened the salt is where he left it. Where he opened the pepper is where he left it. Where he cut them, he will just scatter everywhere. Again, some men by training, have become great. Don't get me wrong. And really, in the world we live in today, especially those people that live outside the country, you have to be as domestic as possible. Yeah, I get that. But I'm saying naturally, if you leave men and women, a woman is generally more caring for the welfare of people. That's why if you're even a woman and you don't have that at all, you're not caring at all for welfare, it's something you should learn, because your role is going to involve that. You might say, I will never cook for my husband. What of your children? Did they offend you? Because I know some women hate men so much, and they still marry the men and say, I can never cook for a man. But why are you marrying this man? But what of your children? Like, let's say all of us hate your husband with you. Will you be explaining this to your 3-year-old or 5-year-old that you don't cook? You don't have quarrel with your 3-year-old. There's something about you that should be compassionate, okay? So you see those differences happening. If you look at the jobs that men and women do, so different. So different. The percentages, if you leave men and women, the kind of thing they will choose to do, so different. Anything that involves taking care of little children, check kindergarten kind of schools, crèche, it's about 100% men. Kindergarten, maybe 90%, 100% women, 90% women. Nursing, 90% or 80% women. Because those things come natural to women. Engineering, 90% men. Pilots, army, US Marines. All these you are hearing that they are fighting in all these places. US Marines, things like that. 90% men. Men like engineering, they like equipment, they like things that they can plug and the thing won't talk back to them. And where I plug is where I leave you. You're not arguing with me, you're not talking to me, you're not looking for emotional connection. If I plug you, you just stay there. So men like engineering. But women like jobs that involve talking to people. So nursing, taking care of people, cooking, taking care of babies, of kids. Women love interaction. They found out even as babies, when that thing they cut in the baby's cut when the baby is born, and you come and play with toy, that the boys focus on the toy, not to the people. But the women, the girls, focus on the person that's bringing the toy, not the toy. Because women generally want to connect with people. Men can stay with the equipment. So if you check things like football, check the stadium, check the percentage of guys in the stadium. In fact, most of the women in that stadium came because of a guy, or a guy brought them. Yes, I know there's women that like and know football, but again, we're talking about the broader number. What am I just trying to say? That men and women are significantly different. And your success, lies in you don't go with your instinct, go with knowledge. That's what 2 Peter 3:7 or 1 Peter 3:7 says. It says, husbands, treat your wives according to knowledge. All right, treat your wives according to, yes, women are good sales representatives because they are good relationships. And generally, everybody wants to hear a woman talk. They will give a woman a chance to talk. If two men are knocking at your door, looking pretty, even if you don't know them, you will open the door. And so what people doing? So we are selling so and so. Okay, we're not buying shop, but let's just encourage you people now. Just give us 2. We don't really want to buy, but we don't need this product. But you are in the sun. You've been in the sun all day. Let's buy 2. So banks learned that early, and a lot of their marketers were women. All right. Because everybody wants to hear a woman. You don't see her as a threat. Imagine 2 men standing your door that you've not met, on your gates that you don't know before. You answer them from inside. What do you want? We're selling. We're not buying. We don't want to buy. Leave that place now. Leave there. That's how. That's how men will be treated. I always share the story how. So my staff were coming to my house one day. By about 3 guys and 1 lady in the car. I think the car broke down, or the tire or something on the road. And the guys wanted to be gentlemen. Told the woman to stay in the car. They came down, were trying to stop vehicles. Of course, nobody stopped. 2 or 3 men standing on the highway. They are armed robbers now. We are not stopping for them. They brought themselves since they left, went inside. The woman came out and was looking like she was stranded. Cars were stopping because they wanted to help the lady that is stranded. So that's just very normal. That's just very normal. So, men and women are different. I can go on and on and on. There are 1,000,001 studies and facts and scriptures to prove it. You will hardly see God give man and woman the same command regarding marriage. You hardly see that in the Bible. Everywhere in scripture, he will speak to the woman about respecting the man. He will always speak to the man about loving the woman. He will speak to the man about being a leader. He will speak to the woman about being a lover or a helper, things like that. So you see that the instructions are different because their roles are generally different. Ephesians 5 was the best example. He told the woman, look, the way to influence the man. People always read the Bible from their cultural or their judgmental or their prejudiced mindset. So they think, oh, the Bible is patriarchal, the Bible is supporting men. Not at all. If you know God, God is the fairest thing. In fact, the definition of fair is God. It's so fair. He's not supporting men, neither is supporting women. It was coaching women and saying, look, the best way to influence a man, the best way to get a man to listen is by being respectful. You get more out of a man by being respectful to him. So it was like teaching his daughters how to get the best out of a man. You get the best out of him by being respectful, by being yielded. So when we say submissive, that women should be submissive. They're not talking about a slave. Again, I have big issues with Africa. I've had it for a while, trying to change Africans' mindset. It's a tough job. It's a tough job, It's a tough job. Because what Africans do a lot is that they confuse culture and scripture. A lot of things they try to impose, as scripture. It's not in the Bible at all. It's just culture. It's not in the Bible at all. So when an African man hears submission, or African person, both male and female, once they hear submission, they are thinking of one person that is of a superior position than another. That's what they're thinking. And I don't blame them, I understand. I've lived in Africa, or I came from Africa, so I understand, in Africa, we've never had leaders. We've never had leaders. So that word leadership is a foreign word. It's people like Dr. Sam, Adeyemi and co that started making it a bit popular, that word leadership. I know there have been one or two other leadership people, but they're the ones that made the word leadership a bit popular. So at the time we didn't even know what that was at all. We came from a background. So let me explain a bit. We came from a background of monarchy. So there were kings. When somebody was your king, you do not question him. The cultures we heard about was that if a king can put his leg on anybody and marry the person. I don't know if you guys heard all those things that time. If a king died, you bury him with people. A king owns all the farm, owns all the goats, owns everything. You see, from there, we were colonized. From there, we went to military rule. You see, we've never had that word leadership. Doesn't exist in an African's consciousness. It doesn't exist. As in the meaning, not the English. The English, they've made the English common now. So we know the English of the word leadership. But the experience of it, we don't know it. So that's why, if you see democracy in the places where they are normal, everybody has freedom of speech. I can look at the president and say you're saying rubbish, and that's nobody's going to arrest you. You can say your mind, There's freedom of speech. There's everything, Everybody's nobody's better than the other. In Africa, you tell your president saying rubbish, you go, they will put you inside rubbish. You will see rubbish. You will see rubbish in action. So we do not have the experience. The average African doesn't. So that's why I see our own version of democracy is still like our own version of what we call democracy is still not democracy. We don't have it yet. It's not just in our DNA. It's not in our DNA at all. So when people that's all they have known, tell the man that he's the head of the home. What does he know about leadership? Again, I'm still hoping to do many, many, many more teachings on it, bringing leadership into the home context. Because yes, I know there are people doing leadership into the business world, into church or into corporate life, but I need to bring it, into the family, because when the average man or woman hears the word that's why the women hate that word. They hate Bible. They hate kingdom marriage idea, because they feel that concept is against women, suppresses women. There's nothing suppressing about submission if you know what it means, the biblical one. But when you tell an African man you are the head and the woman is meant to submit to you, hi, hey, yeah. He what? Hey, he thinks he's a superior being. He thinks he occupies a superior position. He thinks he's a better, person in the union. He's a higher person. That's what he thinks. That's not what the Bible teaches. I'm still working on my book on kingdom marriage, because we need to come to the kingdom. We're not yet in the kingdom. Where we mix what Africa do. We mix a lot of things with Bible. We mix. Even the way we relate with pastors in Africa. You must lie down, you must kneel down, you must bend back, and yes, but that's our culture. It's not Bible. Do you get? And it's not everything in our culture that's even bad, to be honest. So, but you can't make that a yardstick or a measurement of biblical respect. Those people that live out here in places like America or other parts of the world, when you respect somebody, you don't have to kneel down or lie down or bend down to greet them. In fact, in Africa, you have to call your pastor daddy or papa or bishop, or you have to shout, elevate that person and debase yourself as much as possible. Out here in the Western world, they use first names. I don't like that too. But it's your pastor say, hey, Bob, how are you, Bob? I say, my Bob, your face. It's culture. That's all the drama that happened on my birthday was about. It's culture, not Bible. It has nothing. Nobody has shown me scripture. It's just it attacks your mindset. It attacks. I was still in church here today. People wear short knicker to church here. You know what I'm saying? They wear short knicker to church and they can bring their coffee and they drink coffee service. As if I slap you, will you go and dress up and drop that coffee outside? But it's their culture, you see. Jesus has no issue. Jesus' job is not to make all cultures be alike. That's not his job. That's not what Christianity is about. But that's what African Christianity is about. If you don't dress like me, if your hairstyle is not like mine, you are not, it's not godly. Short knicker, it's not godly. How can you wear short knicker to church? You are not a real Christian. How can you wear baggy jeans? You are not a real Christian. How can you have haircut? How can you, as a man, do dreads? It's not a Christianity. That's just your culture, man. That has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It's just you trying to impose your preference on everybody. So when you tell an African man, his parents oppressed him. You know the way we do parenting in Africa? It's a bit different from how they do it in other cultures. Again, I'm not saying one culture is even better than the other, but I'm just giving you the details so that you understand. In Africa, you dare not talk back to your parents. What do your parents say? You will be a doctor. You will be a doctor. If your father says you'll be a doctor, your father is going to fill the form for you. And go and drop you in the school and tell this teacher, he's a doctor. He doesn't know. He's a doctor. Say, put him there. He's a doctor. So even the teacher also knows he's supposed to, carry you like that. That whatever your parents say supersedes what you say. So that's the parenting style you grew up with. In other parts of the world, the parenting style is that they let everybody have a say. In what they want to do with their lives. Again, this is why in Africa we have 35-year-olds, 40-year-olds children, 40-year-old men that can't make decisions on who to marry. See, our culture needs help. Some of you don't know what I was doing earlier this year, my birthday. You just think it's just paparazzi. No, our culture is backward. Prayer and fasting won't change it. I've tried to help Africa But Africa don't want to hear. Prayer and fasting does not change culture. Prayer and fasting does not change culture. Unfortunately, the only thing we know in Africa is prayer and fasting. Prayer and fasting does not change culture. That's how somebody, we are doing porn purge recovery for people that are dealing with pornography. Please put up the poster, guys. If my team is here, I've not seen them since morning. If you guys are here, please put on the porn purge poster, please. I don't know if Tony or Gideon is here. So we're doing an 8-week intensive class to break the habit. People dealing with pornography, to break the habit. So please, if you have not registered, it's starting towards the end of March, 20 something of March, I think. And I'm doing it with my friend Satya. He's a porn recovery expert. He was addicted to porn himself. A pastor's kid was addicted to porn himself for about 15 years. And God has, by God's help and a lot of help, he was able to break the habit, and he has been free now for about 10 years. And he helps people break the habit. So my people are not here. They didn't put the advert. Let me see if I can call them. Sorry, give me a minute. So, is ahead. Okay, there's 3 answers, more. Please also put the link in the bio, in the comments. Put the link as well. So if you're a man and you're dealing with pornography in any shape or form, and you want to break the habit, please sign up for this. It's gonna be an 8-week thing. That means once a week. But Mr. Satya is going to work with us and help you. It's for men only. It's for men only. Please put the link, guys. Whoever is putting this up, put the link as well. It's for men only. All right. We know women to have pornography addiction, but his specialty is for men only. Okay. So that's why it's not my decision. It doesn't work that way. He deals only with men. Okay. So women, maybe some other time we'll find. So please register for it, please. So somebody, I've seen a few comments. People come and say, why is it not free? And I'm wondering, where do people get this idea? These are adults. So again, it's the culture. It's the culture of laziness. These are adults. They say you should do it for free. Please, maybe I'm in a different world though. Is there anybody that knows anything that is free? Maybe I'm the one slacking. Anything that is not God that is providing it directly. As in anything that has human intervention or any product or service that humans are giving that is free, then I'm missing out. Somebody needs to tell me about it, because I'm the one slacking. I've never seen one in this life that is free. Not free at all. So if you know something that is free, please tell me. And please don't say church. Church is definitely not free. It's definitely not free. I've not seen any church venue that was donated by angels. Definitely not free. People are paying. It is just positioned as free to the unsaved. The unsaved can't come himself and says he's free. Then he's not unsaved. He's saved. He's just irresponsible. So a church, please put the poster now. I'm still talking about the pump purge. So I don't know why people. Oxygen is free if you are breathing directly from God. Though, the moment you can't breathe directly from God, and you go to hospital and say oxygen belongs to the Lord, you will die that day. Is that place that you will die. Is that place where you will die. Water, he says it's free. It's free if you go and take it at the stream directly from God. The moment somebody packages it in a bottle or in a sachet or whatever for you, it's no longer free. There's nothing free on the earth. Say church is free. Church is not even free. And besides, this is not even a church program. So again, it's the culture we deal with here in Africa. Where is it free? Who told you it's free? Free from what? Where is it free? The computer I'm using to talk to you, is it free? So how can it be free? The team working to produce this meeting, are you going to feed their family, or am I going to feed their family? A church is not free. It's free. It's not even church. It's not free. They're just responsible adults are paying. And if you stay in the church long enough, you will start to pay. That's how it works. You say church is free. I've been a pastor for 30 years. Nothing's free. It's first free when you come. The moment you settle down in that church, you will start to give. You will start paying for the next person. It's not free. I'm a pastor 30 years. No church is free. The venue we use for church, diesel. Now with the price of diesel, we run on diesel. For how many services? Say it's free. What are you talking about? So it's a lazy African entitled culture that makes you think somebody somewhere is printing money. Even if you want to print money, won't you buy paper? If you want to print money, won't you buy paper to print the money? Won't you use ink and generator to power the printer to print money? So nothing on the earth is free, except you get it directly from God, though. But once you human being gives you goods or service, there is a fee attached. All right. And somebody say, "Oh, but $50 is expensive." I said, it's about 1% of what Satya would normally do on a one-on-one session. Again, I'm the one dragging him to come on. Africans, you can't help them, sometimes. So, get that. So somebody also said, there's nothing like porn recovery experts. I said, what kind of lazy people are these ones in 2026? Where do you get laziness from? He said, it's nothing like porn recovery. I said, why are you lazy? You just don't want to process thought. If someone, and there are certifications and trainings for these things, but let's even assume, I'm still going to come back to what I'm saying about submission. I've not forgotten, sorry, but this is just a rabbit trail. Let's even assume that there's no paper certification. Once someone has put in a certain amount of hours and studies into something, he is capable of giving you service in that area. If your car breaks down on Third Mainland Bridge and they say there's Kabiru has been working on carburetor. I don't know why it rhymes, Kabiru and carburetor. Kabiru has been working on carburetor for 6 years. That is a carburetor repairer for 6 years, but he has no certificate. Should he come and help you with your carburetor on Third Mainland Bridge, or you want the person that has mechanical engineering certificate to come? Who will you ask to come? Some people are just lazy mentally. They're experts in everything. Why? because this person has dedicated time and knowledge in a particular field and is capable. They are experts for rat. You know rat? You've watched National Geographic now. They are experts for ants. They are experts for cockroach. There's a guy that came to my house to fumigate. He was able to differentiate all the cockroaches. This one's German. This cockroach from Germany. This cockroach from... Because he's what he does for a living. There's no certificate for cockroach experts. But this person deals with cockroaches for years. He has a full company running on cockroaches for years. So of course he's a cockroach expert. He knows about cockroach better than me. He knows what kills different type of cockroach or what attracts different type of cockroach. He can even identify the cockroach by looking at it. So he doesn't need a paper. He doesn't need a paper to show me he's a cockroach expert. That's not how life works. Even your medical practice. If you say, oh, some people have, some people have medical certificate. Who certified the person that gave the certificate? Have you thought of it before? The person that gave the certificate, that certified somebody, who certified that person? He says a committee of 5 people. Who certified those committee of 5 people? At the end of the day, guys, people that have studied and spent a reasonable amount of time doing something. Here, when I'm talking to people, one of the first things they tell me how many years they've done the thing. I've been trying to get an aquarium. I like fishes. I like aquarium. So I have a home in Nigeria, but I'm trying to do one here in America. So I've been going to different stores, And one of the first things they all tell me is that, oh, we've done this for 14 years. Oh, we've done this for 29 years. Oh, that's one of the first thing white people are going to tell you. Because when they tell you that, you understand this person didn't just start doing this thing today. He has a wealth. There's no certificate for aquarium fishery certification. No. So how are we going to help Africa if we still have adults that think this way? I've talked about 3 big aquarium makers here in my city. 3. All white people. And they all start with the same thing. We've done this for 15 years. Also, we've done this for 29 years. We've done no, there's no paper to show me. But if they've been taking care of fish for 15 years, there are things they know about fish that I can never know in 15 minutes. There are things they know about fish. So they know what will kill a fish, what won't kill a fish. So I can't tell them now that I have one guy in Africa that says you should bring paper to see that you know. The guy that went to school to study fisheries for 5 years might not be as experienced as the guy that is dealing with fish for 15 years. You know, that is dealing with fish for 15 years. Who is calling me? Sorry, David is calling his mom. So is somebody getting what I'm saying? Where's my stream here now? Sorry guys, I'm looking for... yes, thank you. You know? So I don't know if you guys are getting the gist. So those are the things we deal with in Africa. People just want to argue. So Sadia has done this for about 10 years. He has been free for about 10 years, but I think he has done pornography, helping guys come out of pornography for I think 5 or 7 years, I can't remember now. But this is what he does as a job. He has done it for years, and he has a lot of testimonials. I think he has helped over 1,000 men or something, and he has a lot of testimonials. And look, guys, pornography is a silent killer. Sadia, in the life we did last week, he taught us the 3 A's. That what makes pornography a very dangerous habit, or a dangerous addiction, unlike other addictions, is that pornography has the 3 A's. That number 1 is affordable, or literally, free. Not free, but free. The pornography is free. Your phone is not free. Your data is not free, and all that. Okay, so you can have that understanding. But somebody's gonna come about looking for free now. So it said the material, the pornography content, you get it for free. It's affordable, unlike cocaine and alcohol or other addictions. Betting, all those other addictions require money. You don't go and bet with zero, but you don't go and cocaine is even very expensive. So it's not even just it's expensive. So it's affordable. Then it's accessible. All you need is just where you are. You don't have to go anywhere. For cocaine, you have to have contact, or you have to go to the hood or go somewhere where people sell cocaine. But with this one, it's accessible right in your house. You can get pornography. Then it's anonymous. With cocaine, you have to, people will know you. If you betting, they will know you that you're the one doing it. But with pornography, it's anonymous. So nobody even knows you. You don't have to expose yourself to partake in it. So you say that's one thing that made pornography very bad. And just in case you don't know, pornography is destroying marriages. Destroying marriages. It affects, it's a high chance of causing what's called erectile dysfunction. That is the inability for a man to get his manhood up. So if you are so into pornography, you won't be able to even have sex. Things like that. Then even a lot of married men that even still have sex with their wives, after they do that, they still go and masturbate in the bathroom. All right, we've had so many reports of that. Some can't even get their thing up at all. So, because it rewires your brain. So it's a very dangerous habit. So if you're a man watching me, please, they put the link up. Sign up. Okay, if you are here, it's porn purge, so you don't have to be an addict. If you're an addict, of course, please sign up. But you don't have to be an addict. If you know you slip up one or two times with that habit and the lifestyle, this is the best time to nip it in the bud. And if you're a woman, you're married to a man that is dealing with pornography, always has pornography content in his phone, things like that, register for him, sign up for him, encourage him to come. All right, the discount is still on. Jump on it and take advantage of it. So let me come back to submission, and I'll round up and I'll do some Q&A before I leave. So when you tell an African man that his parents were his Lord and Master, he goes to school, teachers were Lord and Master. When there are high institutions in Nigeria where they flog university students. They tell them you can't do this, you can't do that. They flog them. They still tell them, we will not pass you if you don't sleep with us. We will not pass you if you don't buy a textbook. So you are oppressed in school as well. That's the link, guys. Please, they're putting a link on YouTube and on Facebook and everywhere. Please sign up immediately. Now. I want to even see how many people signing up, please. Then you start working. You go to NYSC, the same thing. Then you start working, the same thing. In Nigeria, the boss is the owner of the people. Ask people that work in other parts of the country. There are things you can't tell your staff. They will sue you. In Africa, you can't even close. If your boss is in the office, you can't close. You stay there pretending to be working. Then you go to church, same thing. The pastor owns the members. So you have grown in a system where there's nothing called leadership. Then finally, that man that has gone through all this, finally one day open Bible and tell him he's also a leader. He's the head. That is the head. If everybody kneel down first, kneel down. Because all he has seen is oppression. Now is his turn to oppress people. So you see men saying, "Oh, I'm the head. I'll tell my wife, shut up and sit down there." It's the kind of women people are marrying, first of all. It's the quality of women. They have to tell her, shut up and sit down, kneel down there. How? That's not what submission. That's not biblical submission. Biblical submission is about order and it's about unity. And there's no way there can be order and unity if we don't have a proper sequence. If we don't have a proper style of doing things. That's just it. It's not that one person is superior. No, it's common knowledge. You can't say all men are wiser than all women. In fact, you can't say even in a marriage, you can't say every man is smarter than the woman. No, the woman is smart. Even if the man, let's assume that the man is even smarter, he can't be smarter than the woman in every aspect. So it's not about one person is superior at all. It's about unity. It's about union. Because my head is not superior to my body, but my head has to be properly positioned for everything to work well. So it's more about productivity. It's more about it working. It's not that the head is the only important part. No. So when you hear an African man say, or African, even women, because that's why women hate the word submission, they're thinking of one person has authority over the other. That's not. It's about yieldedness. It's how two people enter a car or how two people carry a table. If me and my wife cannot carry this table if we don't cooperate. If we just both carry that, anytime we like, no, we have to say, lift it now. We have to say, let's turn it this way. We are working together. So that submission is more about yieldedness. It's not that one person has authority over another person. One person is the chief responsibility officer of that union because he started the union. But it's not that he's a better person. No. The Bible is clear. There's no difference between male and female. We are both joint heirs in Christ. However, in a family, God puts the man as the responsibility officer for a reason. Because of order. And he wired us like that. So a woman is a reflection of her husband. A husband should be a person of conviction, leading the family in the way of the Lord. All right. It's a long story, but I don't want to bore you. So you have to be careful of things that we call culture. Some of them are just us carrying our own beliefs. So you see, so when God is telling the woman submission and respect, God is actually teaching her that the best way to get something out of a man is to be more yielded, more feminine, more cooperative. All right, to the thing we're doing. A man works better with an ally, but women always want to confront a man. When you confront a man, he's defensive and he sees you as an enemy. And he likes fight. Anyway, he's built for fight, so he's fighting with you. You need to come beside him as an ally and ask him, what do you want to do? What do you think you want to do? And the same thing, because women are right a lot of times, but most times they're not right in how they communicate. Men hate confrontation. Don't confront him. Stand by him. Don't confront. Women want to confront. Women like face-to-face communication, so they want to confront. In a world of men, confrontation is an act of war. It's an act of war. In the Bible days, if two kings say, let's meet face-to-face, what they mean is that let's go to war. But come by his side and say, hey, how can I help? Or what do you think you want to do? Let him see you as an ally. So that's what God was trying to say. And God was teaching the man as well that the way to influence the woman is to be sacrificial. The reason why women struggle with submission is that most of the men are not sacrificial in their decision. All their decisions are favoring themselves, not favoring their wife. There's no woman that won't submit if you tell her that, hey baby, you've been working too hard, you must take a break. I've bought a business class ticket for you. You are going to Hawaii, you are going to New York, or you are going to wherever you like. Go and rest and shop. I've credited your account with about $5,000 just for you to shop. I've booked your hotel, or go with your friends and go have dinner and just shop. There's no woman that won't submit to that. She will submit. is that all your decisions most times are for your good. So she resists submission. All right, so I'll take a few questions. All right, so if you um, if you if you're a guy, if not registered for Porn Purge, please go register before we start. That's the registration there. Please put the poster one more time. This is a one-off opportunity, so I don't know when I can get Satya to dedicate 8 weeks to us. He runs his own corporation, all right, and they are also equally very busy. So he's just taking his time to work with people on our team, for 8 weeks. So please, tell any guy you know. Guys are usually ashamed of talking about things like this, so send them this link, let them sign up. We'll do it together as a group. Porn Purge, clean up your life. Most men have pornographic stuff on their phones. If you're married, your husband is dealing with that, or he's struggling sexually and all that. Please, get him to come there. Most times pornography goes with masturbation, of course. Nobody just watches pornography by itself. Most times it leads somewhere. A lot of times to masturbation, so that affects you. Trust me, that habit is dangerous. All right, so let's sign up for this. It will bless you. Please put the poster again if you can. All right, I'll take a few questions. And so this is it, guys. I recommend everybody to join. Every guy is for men only. Please, guys, go sign up. And it's virtual, so anywhere in the world you are, you can join us. All right, so do you have a few questions? I'll just take like 4 or 5 before we sign out. If you're a married woman here, there's Wife 101. Pastor Mildred has a mentoring thing for wives. So if you're already married or about to get married this year, I recommend Wife 101. I don't know if you guys have the poster and the link. Please find the poster and the link for me. So she does mentoring with a team of other women that will come to speak. Covers mental health, covers money, covers marriage. It's just how you would have a great experience as a wife. So please, all these things are helpful. I know Nigerian culture like crisis. That's nothing amiss about our culture. We don't attend to anything until there's a crisis. The thing must break down first. In most people that have very good cars, or in most developed countries, you service your car by appointment. You already know when the next servicing will be. Everything is fixed there. In Nigeria, when your car breaks down, then you call mechanic. It's crisis. Crisis will always cost more. I need you to know, crisis will cost more. It's better to do many things that maintain your marriage. All right? So if you're a wife, before you go for counseling, first work on yourself. Wife 101 is good. There are many women trying to just change their marriage. First, change yourself. You can't change your husband, but you can change yourself. All right, Pastor Mildred is doing the 12-week virtual mentoring for wives. Please go to her link in bio, or go to Kyle Global, or scan this thing. Go register, all right, so that you join them immediately this week. Go register. All the women that attend it always give great testimonials. It covers sex, covers mental health, covers parenting, covers everything you want to think about for a woman. Please, it's always powerful. How to relate to your husband, how to understand your husband. All the counseling questions people are asking me, they deal with it intensely in that training. So please, all married women, or if you are about to get married this year as well, you can join. All married women, Wife 101, please join. Okay, let me take 3 or 4 questions. You can type your questions. Whoever is in charge of Instagram, you can also send me the questions here, so that I'll just take a few. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Let me take a few questions. What does a man do? Okay, let me just. Anyone? What does a man do that is too afraid to make a mistake in whom to marry, that is so picky, and therefore it's taking too long since that? Oh, get mentoring. Andrew, are you in? Which Andrew is this? Is it Andre or not Andrew? Andrew, very simple. Join our mentoring, or book a session with one of our guys. Let them hold your hand and guide you. All right. The reason why you are afraid, Fear is usually tied to a lack of knowledge. All right. If once the knowledge gap is bridged, especially with somebody that has experience with marriage and women and all that, they can hold your hand and deal with that fear. Okay. So most time people are too picky. Is the fear making you too picky? It's not that you are really too picky. So fear is very interesting. It's manifesting. The same thing with procrastination. Procrastination is not because you are trying to be ready. No, you are afraid to start. So you keep looking for, what to add in the name of being perfect. So somebody needs to hold your hand and bridge the knowledge gap as well. Get my book, Who Should I Marry? The specifics you need are there. You don't need 1,000,001 virtues. Also get the book, 7 Qualities Wise Men Want. All right, get those 2 books, read them. If possible, get a mentor as well from our team or any good person in marriage. Let them hold your hand. You'll find that it's not as difficult. All right, yeah. Next question. What does a spirit-controlled temperament really mean? It just simply means you are no longer living by your natural tendencies. You are not living by the Holy Ghost tendencies. The Holy Spirit is now guiding you and controlling your life. So if you see Galatians 5:22, it talks about the fruit of the Spirit. So you are living a life controlled by the Spirit. Spirit of God is controlling your excesses, because there are 4 major temperament types. They all have strengths and weaknesses. So what you do as a believer is that you allow the Holy Ghost help you with those areas of weaknesses, because every temperament is bad and good. There are 4 major temperaments: sanguine, melancholy, choleric, and phlegmatic. All right. The sanguine is the happy-go-lucky, generally fun and happy. The melancholy is the perfectionist. The phlegmatic is the very laid-back person, diplomatic person. The choleric is the success-driven and goal-driven person. They all have positives and they also have a long list of negatives. So if you marry any human being that has not gone through yielding to the Holy Spirit, you will not enjoy them, because on one side they have a lot of good qualities, but their bad qualities will irritate and stress you out. So, and you too need to work on yourself so that you won't stress somebody out. Yeah, that's what it means. In terms of percentage, what should a healthy man and woman have in terms of emotions and logic? Like for men, is it 70% logic? I really can't say. I don't know whether there's any specific percentage or studies that show that. I just think you need to have a healthy balance of both. As a man, naturally, you're going to be more logical, but you need to now learn to be in touch with your emotional side. As a woman, naturally, again, I know there are exceptions. As a woman, naturally, you're going to be more emotional. You need to just also balance it out and be more, logical. That means not every decision has to be emotional. Not every conversation has to be emotional. Okay, yeah. How can you know a woman who is there for your money and not for love? Remove money. Very simple. Remove money. Again, I have a book I have many books I'm working on, but my team, they are so busy these days. So all these things are hanging. The book is titled Mistakes Men Make When They Like a Woman and Mistakes Women Make When They Like a Man. Remove money. Don't even start a relationship or anything based on money. Once you do that, you have scattered it yourself. And this is why men always complain that women, once they don't have money, because they're all built on the wrong foundation. If you start a relationship with money, of course you have to continue keeping the money. Start with friendship. Start with realness. Even if you have money, don't flaunt money around. Don't start taking it everywhere expensive. Don't start. No. Your first few dates should be very localized and simple dates, not fancy restaurant. Take a walk. Those kind of things. Go and buy coffee. Things that are cheap. If she can't enjoy your company when there's no money, then she doesn't deserve your company when there's money. Okay, so men make that mistake all the time. Remove money. Don't let anybody bill you. A bad day. There's some girls that want to start chatting with them, talking stage. A bad day is next 2 weeks. No, don't buy anything. Don't do anything. Just talk. If both of you can't like each other and understand yourselves, then there's no hope there. Don't use money at all. So remove money from the equation. Very simple. All right. Does she always bill you? How was she surviving before you came? You see, men make that mistake all the time. She needs something which you will survive. Don't come and be Father Christmas. Once you over flaunt money, you are going to spoil the whole thing, okay? And you can easily be deceived, yes. What is the best time to approach a girl you are interested in? Some of my friends say that girls will naturally be attracted to new people. Hence, befriending will ruin a guy's chances. No, I don't think so. If you have a mature age and she's of mature age, just have make sure she's mature as well. If you're mature age and mature age and you know what you want and she meets what you want, start with friendship. From friendship, I like to start with friendship because it's a non-threatening atmosphere and it allows you to know the person. Don't start with toasting. Don't start with flirting. Don't start with proposing marriage. No, start with friendship. How are you? How you doing? Can we enjoy each other's company? Do we think alike? Do we alike? Once and you know the qualities you're looking for in a wife, again, don't just jump into these things. Get knowledge. The moment you know the qualities you're looking for in a wife, you know, and she meets those criteria, yeah, then begin to change the tone of the conversation from just basic friendship to put some endearment, put some emotions, put how beautiful she is, put how you enjoy talking to her, you will like this to be long term. You know, drop those hints and see her body language. From one language, you know whether you should continue or whether she's telling you, no parking, my life is a danger zone. You know, that some of you don't know that song, you're too young to know that song. I say, brother, no parking. So you'll see, they will tell you that there's no parking here, and you move on. All right. I said, Christian, you shouldn't be getting nailed. Jesus has taken the nail for you. They shouldn't still be giving you nail in 2026. All right. Yeah. Next question. My question is about dating someone who is divorced. He is still going through healing. Is this safe? Let him talk to a divorce counselor. You also talk to a divorce counselor. It's a risky business. So I won't advise you to just jump into it on your own. You guys go through some counseling. I don't know if he's how healed he is, but you know, and the truth is that whenever you see a divorce, or let me say, yeah, whenever I see a divorce, it's only in very few cases that both people are good and they're still divorced. Most times, it's either both are bad or there's one good person and one bad person. So whenever you are marrying a divorcee, you need to be sure which one are you inheriting. Are you inheriting the person that broke the last one? Because they will come out the same thing. The king, like I said, the king that used to flog first wife is in the house waiting for second wife or second husband. So you need to be sure who am I inheriting? Am I inheriting the problem from the last marriage? Because there's a bad person, in quotes, it's the person that destroyed the marriage, and there's the one that was the victim of the destruction. So for instance, if there was physical abuse or cheating, there was one person constantly cheating on another person, that's why this marriage broke. If it's a divorcee, which of them are you inheriting? You don't know. Who is the narcissist? You don't know. So without good counseling and all that, you can go and inherit the one that people are running from. You know, carry it and carry on your head. They will now deal with you again. So counseling for both of you is very important. You get your own separate counseling. You know. He also gets his own divorce counseling, and at least somebody should certify that he's doing better. Or I've heard the story. I think it's doable. Go into it with counseling. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. What was God's purpose of making man and woman different? Oh, for them to collaborate, for them to work together. It's like this bottle. Imagine if the cover of this bottle is also on that bottle. Picture it, that this bottle, and the way to cover it is to make another bottle. So you see that the bottle cover is different from the bottle, and this makes it compatible. Makes it very compatible. Do you get? So our compatibility is now different. It's like this. We have to be different to fit in. We have to be different to need each other. We are attracted to our differences. If we are too alike, then we are useless to each other because we bring the same strengths and we have the same weaknesses. But the way God did it, your strengths equal his weaknesses, his strengths also equal your weaknesses. So both of you find each other. You don't only like each other, you need each other. Let me say it that way. It's not that you just like each other, you actually need each other. And that makes the union last more. How can I make friends with ladies, especially if they show more emotions when getting to know them? Just talk. The way you talk to your normal guys, just talk, check up on them, talk, get to know them, know how they think, do things together, things that are simple. Oh, let's go and watch a movie, or I'm going to visit my friends, okay? I'm going for a wedding, please come with me now. Just be in some natural atmosphere, do some things, gist. Something happens, oh, there's something going on in Dubai, or hear their view, here, just talk, then you know what to do. If you have sense, Because I've seen some men that they talk to somebody, she's troublesome, she's stupid, she's useless, she's annoying, she's everything, and the man says, but I love her. He's blind. By the time he enters and now sees the problem inside mind, he's now looking for counseling. You can't do anything now. You're already inside it. Most people, don't understand that. So there's somebody that even asked a question that does love exist and all that. It's part of my podcast. Please, if you have not subscribed to my podcast, Life as I See It, or get my book, Life as I See It, that's true. Please, my book is out, Life as I See It. Order it, order it, order it. I don't know if they have the poster to put it up. Order it, order it, order it. Then I have the podcast as well, Life as I See It as well. So this March, I'm going to do some things on love. What people don't understand is that love has 4 legs. There's no English word for love. There's no complete English word for love. So what we say in English is very incomplete. It has many dimensions, but for marriage, it has at least 4 dimensions. So when you are describing it, you need to know what you are describing, all right, and what love is. So what the question you ask is very good because it's at the cross of the problems a lot of people face in marriage. When people say I love you, you need to ask them which kind, because there are 4 different types for relationship. When you say I love you, say which kind. And Jesus explained it well. When they asked him which is the greatest commandment, he said the greatest commandment is you love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. So love has 4 legs. It's like a car. 4 is the number of balance. So most tables have 4 legs. Cars have 4 tires. Walls have 4 walls. 4 corners. So 4 is the number of balance and stability. Most things that are going to be balanced or stable will be on 4. So if it's going to be love, it has to have these 4 dimensions. What most people do is that they enter with 1. All your heart is talking about your spirit being. That's the part of you that is selfless. If you don't have it, you really can't love. So that's why you see in 1 Corinthians 13, that's the one they talked about there, that you can offer your body to be burned and not have, and it won't be love, because you're not really doing it selflessly. So that's agape. That's the God kind of love. That's a different love. The second one is love with all your soul. That's emotional attraction and connection. This is the one Hollywood, the soul is the one for Hollywood and co used to sell, and music people used to sell. That's just one leg. That one leg can't hold the building up, can't hold the marriage up. That one is fickle. That one's job is to push you to the altar and leave. Then there's with all your mind. That's alignment. So all your soul is attraction. All your mind is alignment. Attraction is not enough. You need alignment. Because alignment is what will help you stay long term. Then say with all your strength, that's commitment. So there's attraction, there's alignment. Okay, let me say there's excitement, there's alignment, and there's commitment. Did you see it? See how it works. All your strength means commitment. That means I show up and I don't feel like. Alignment is with love with all your mind. That means you guys actually get along, can have conversation. That's why I tell people do friendship before you start romance. Because some people start romance, then they find out after romance is gone, I can't even stand this person. We can't even make a simple decision. We can't talk because you didn't even see their mind. You just saw their shape. Anyway, married. So you need to know the 4 how they work for you to work well, okay? Hope that helped. That's somebody, it's a long teaching. Please, if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, I don't know what you're doing. I have all these videos on YouTube. If someone just met a girl and the girl is being extremely nice and doesn't demand anything, say she enjoys your company and wants to always hear from you, should you be scared? No, just continue flowing. Don't rush. Keep hanging out, keep flowing. And if you're liking her to marriage stage, pray about it as well. Sometimes there might be things you can't see, so prayer will help you open your eyes. So it's one of the most effective things you can do. Pray that God, if there's something I need to know about this person, let me know. Why do women always equate love with money in relationship? Now, not all women, but generally women like security, they like safety. So, but you need to make sure you're not marrying one that is looking for a sponsor. If she wants money, she has to be working, doing stuff. So nobody should put their future responsibility on another person. It doesn't work that way. What God designed is 2 responsible adults come together and bring what they have and build together. Not you are my sponsor, me I'm just waiting for you. No, don't do that with yourself. Don't waste your time with that. Look for somebody that is. Don't marry liability. This is why men don't want to marry, because they only see marriage as a liability. I'm going to marry a liability. No, marry a partner. Marry an asset. Both of you bring what you have together and it to grow. Not one person is just sleeping every day waiting for a sponsor. No, the life her father didn't give her, it's not you that will give her. That's her father. It's still a man that dropped the ball. If her dad did that job, she'll be waiting for somebody to help her. She will stand well, and you two will stand well. Both of you now come together and do it. All right, 2 more questions, but please don't forget. Someone's supposed to say my mic. I don't know what happened today. I've never gotten this kind of complaints before, but please go watch it again. Use your earphones, increase your volume on your device. Many people say they can hear me well. Please, if you have not registered for Porn Purge, go and register. It's for men alone, and I have an expert coming to work with us for 8 weeks, so you don't want to miss it. It will help you break the habit of pornography and clean up your life, called Porn Purge. If you are married, you have a husband or wife. You have a husband or fiance or boyfriend that is struggling, or brother struggling pornography, please send it to them as well, or register for them to be a blessing. This is for men alone. Starts this March, so I need you to register ASAP. Send it to as many as you can. If you are married, a married woman, we have Wife 101. Also, where Pastor M is doing training for women. It's also very powerful, trust me. Very, very powerful. Please sign up for it. It's already on. You have to join now. Okay, 2 more questions. And I'll go. Becky, yes. Becky, you're correct. Thank you. The thing is that getting men to come out and learn is a miracle. Men usually don't like to learn. They just stumble about, enter trouble, then they come for counseling after. Sometimes when they now hear the price for counseling, they run away. Counseling is not cheap. Therapy is not cheap. Again, it's what we're trying to help Africa do. Africa thinks you can pray and change culture. Think you can pray and change. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And the reason why we have professional counselors on our team is because most times the things you are going through requires consistency, requires expertise. All right, and in Africa we like everything to be free. The person doing counseling for you for free, what it means is that he has another job. If he has another job, he's not going to give you the attention, except he's not doing it well. Except he's not doing it well. That's the truth. So that's why we are training professionals that will do this as their job, and that means it can't be free. Because they also have children, they have house rent, they have everything. But you see, they can be dedicated to both improve themselves, because what it takes to be... I just laugh. Africa, I don't know what I'll do about Africa, to be honest, though. I'm praying that God will give us wisdom to deal with Africa. Africa has its own unique problem, because the amount of time it even takes to become proficient at counseling is hours of study. Don't talk about you are going to pay to be trained. Not to talk about the emotional drain. Ask any counselor that is doing love counseling. Sometimes when you hear someone's problem like this, even you want to go and die. That's how emotionally draining it is. You are just tired. Okay, hearing these things back to back. So there are not many people that will dedicate their time to do it. So that's what's happening. That's what we're facing. So most people that are doing counseling have another job. After I go and hustle, I stay drive for 10 hours. I go and supply diesel, and I come back. I have a customer that is requesting a refund for his product that was spoiled. Then I'm not canceling you. Then you are now saying story. My husband, I said, my brother, if you're not having this, just say get out of this place. The person won't have patience. So that's what's going on. So we need more and more people. In developed countries, they understand that if you are doing booking therapy or whatever, they know it's paid. They know this person is leaving everything they could do to stay and be in the right frame of mind. But in Africa, everything they want free. It's not bad if you see someone doing for you for free. Go ahead though. But I can tell you, after many years of experience, if they're really good at what they do, it cannot be free. Because where would they see the time? Where are they seeing the time? Or they have another job, which again makes them not to be, on point with the job, because this is also a full career. Imagine your doctor that wants to do surgery, he's just rushing. Say he went to supply bread from his bakery to a company that wants to buy bread, but he will do the surgery now, then go back and supply the other bread. Imagine how you would just think, so is he concentrating on this thing he wants to do? That's how our own job as well is, because it can make or mar people's life as well. So we need people that are dedicated to it and devoted to it. Okay. Put the question back. Someone said, the moment I tell a man, before I read this one, just hold on. So the moment I tell a man, celibate, they ghost me. What should I do? It's the kind of men. It's the kind of men. Before you even go far with the man, you should know whether he's a man of character. They are good men. Oh. There's somebody that sent me his wedding IV today. In fact, 2 minutes before I came on live. He is a virgin. His wife to be is a virgin. They are both virgins. There are many good men. Trust me. It's you women that just think, oh, if a man is saying this, I must do it. No. From the day a man says that kind of thing and that he wants to live, then you didn't miss anything. It's God that delivered you. Okay, a man that thinks he must have sex with you, it's not about you. It's about he lacks self-control. How does somebody come and advertise a lack of self-control and you are worried that he left? Imagine a banker say, hey, I want to keep your money for you, even though all the people that kept money with me before have eaten their money, but you come and keep your money with me. He has advertised his incompetence. He has advertised his lack of discipline. What are you praying about there? Because it's not about you. Even after he marries you, he's still gonna do the same thing. He's still gonna sleep with other people. It's simple. So there's nothing you're worried about. Look for the quality man. This kind of one is not the one for you. At least you don't not what you want. You want a man that will walk towards pleasing God together with you, not one that wants to drag you away from God. So it's simple. Make sure you two are spiritually grounded, though. Yes. So put back that question. We're going to answer. Put back the first. A guy is asking me out, but I asked him questions like, what is your perspective about godly marriage? And he said, no cheating, and that's all. But I feel he doesn't really know. Yeah, so get him to join the mentorship. Get him to read the books, watch videos with him, see whether he's a quick learner. All right? The main thing a woman should look for in a man is his ability to learn quickly. Willingness and ability to learn. That's what you should look for, Janet. And that's what all women should look for. Again, I have a book titled 7 Questions Wise Women Ask. Please, you guys read these books. Go to my YouTube. They have loads of videos there. Questions women should ask, mistakes dating couples make. Most of this is I've answered it there. You have to be a bit more proactive with knowledge. So the main thing you're looking for in a man is his willingness and ability to learn. How fast does he learn? Is he okay with learning from other people? Or is this kind of man that say, nobody can teach me anything? Do you see his body language when they teach him, when they correct him? Is he quick to learn? If he's quick to learn, then there's hope. And he's pursuing learning, he's pursuing God, pursuing growing in God. There's hope. But if you're the one convincing him and he's arguing about not learning, run, don't waste your energy. All right? He might not know. So let him read the book. Then see his reaction, or you guys read a book together, or watch a video together. See his reaction, then we'll take it from there. All right. Advice for someone that is no longer excited about marriage because of how complex it can be sometimes. Mentoring, and is leaving him in his feelings. It's not about feelings. Last question, if there is. If you know you're not ready, is there any point to make your intentions known to a lady? No, just face your front. Well, what will I do when a girl I want to go on a date with courtship is not understanding me? Yeah, you have answered the question. Not understanding you, go your separate ways now. Go your separate ways. You can't marry somebody that's not understanding you now. From the beginning, if you're not understanding each other now, it will get worse and worse with time. So leave the person. If you don't understand it, there's nothing you can do about it, okay? So thank you. I hope this was blessed. Okay, there's one more. Please, how do I set boundaries in a relationship? I'm always getting attached or catching feeling the moment someone spends too much time with me. So stop spending unnecessary time with people. Pray, be prayerful. Make sure you enter these things by leading, not just trying people out. Since you already know it's an emotional weakness for you, so stop spending those large amount of time. Be accountable to people as well. When you have a new talking stage, let people be involved with you, that can guide you, hold your hand and help you, your friends or whatever. All right, so thank you. Hope this was helpful. It was good spending today with you guys. I have to run now. Don't forget Pornpod, register, Wife 101 register. See you guys later. If you're in Europe, we have a Europe tour this summer in June. Look out for it. We have a Dubai event. We're supposed to hold this March, but we're likely going to postpone it because of the war. However, if you're not yet on the team, we'll likely be on the team, so that by the next time this is happening, you will be aware. All right, thank you, everybody. If this was a blessing to you, let me know. Thank you. It was good to spend today with you. Thank you. All right. See you guys later. Thank you. Thank you. All right. God bless. Gideon can sign up.